This is the world's smallest robot vacuum. And this is a battery-powered stick vacuum. We're about to dive in and find out how these two items can help serve a purpose when keeping your house clean. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to DIY Reed. My name is Reed, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Switchbot K10 Pro Combo. This is the world's smallest robot vacuum, and it's just getting better. They now have added a stick vacuum and accessories that go along with it. So why do you need a robot vacuum, and why do you need a stick vacuum in addition to the robot vacuum? Well, hopefully I've answered the questions you may have by the end of this video. So let's be honest with ourselves. Robot vacuums have come a long way from when they first were released. Companies have been making major improvements throughout the years and make them better. Robot vacuums are great and all. However, if you have a lot of space with chairs and tables and little nooks and crannies, a larger, normal-sized robot vacuum is going to struggle to get into those nooks and crannies and little areas. So Switchbot solved this problem for you. They shrunk the robot vacuum. Honey, I shrunk the robot vacuum. Okay, that wasn't funny. I'll keep practicing my jokes. Not only did Switchbot shrink this vacuum, they also added the stick vacuum with a couple accessories. Some people might think, I got a robot vacuum for me. Why do I need a stick vacuum? The whole purpose of a robot vacuum is to automate for it to do things for you. It's supposed to vacuum for you. Yes, you're correct. However, that's not usually the case with vacuum cleaners. If you've ever owned a robot vacuum, you know as well as I do that there's a need for a handheld stick vacuum. So that way you can clean up those small messes. I don't believe technology is there yet. The robot vacuums don't climb onto countertops, they don't climb onto couches, chairs, and they don't even go onto the walls to clean them. So there is a need for a stick vacuum. So taking a look at the Fusion base station where both of the vacuums dock, and as you can see here, it's tall and narrow. This thing can fit in more spaces because of how narrow it is and how much space, or how much little space it takes up. The real estate of this is not very much. The stick vacuum sits in this little charging cradle when it's not in use, and this allows for two things. It allows it to charge it, but it also allows it to empty its contents into the base. There are a couple different accessories for the stick vacuum, as you can see here. They give you this little stand to keep them all organized. I'm not really sure that it's supposed to go on top of here, but it fits pretty well. Opening up the base station, you have a 3-liter dust bag that has antibacterial properties. Safe, sealed, and odorless. They say it only requires emptying once every 70 days under normal vacuum use. Below the waste bin is the docking station area for the robot vacuum. When the vacuum is done vacuuming, it comes back to the base station and it empties its dustbin right here, and then also charges. Going over some of the features of the robot vacuum, it can clean up to 24,000 square feet, has a 150-minute runtime. Suction power is only 3,000 Pascal, but you have to remember this thing is a tiny form factor. It does have a spinning arm that grabs the dust and dirt, and it brings it into its little rubber anti-tangle brush. It has sensors on the bottom so that it can detect and avoid any drop-offs. The last thing you want it to do is fall off the stairs and go down, bouncing down and causing a mess. That's not something you want to happen. This thing is super quiet and silent at only 45 decibels. Now, that's on its silent mode. It does have different vacuum modes we'll talk about in a little bit, and they get a little bit louder. It does have a mop attachment, however it uses this disposable pad that basically drags it around and across the ground. If you're looking for that mopping robot vacuum, I don't think this is going to be the one for you. However, it is a nice added bonus for a quick sweep of your floor. Moving on to the stick vacuum, it has a lot more suction power at 20,000 Pascal. This stick vacuum has a few accessories where you can vacuum the floor with the floor vacuum head, a brush for couches and chairs, a 2-in-1 crevice brush. This allows you to get into those tight areas like on a couch or recliner. And you have this 2-in-1 flathead brush for curtains, vents, and anything like that. Now, when you're done with the stick vacuum, you just put it back on the little docking station to charge it, and then it'll automatically empty the dustbin into the base. One thing I forgot to mention, the floor roller or the floor attachment, it has this little light on it. It's a green light, and I think what they use those for is so that you can see the dust that or the debris that you're getting. In all reality, it's kind of almost like a headlight that kind of shows the dust that maybe you're missing that you need to go ahead and vacuum over. So it's kind of cool. So the robot vacuum has this direct flight mapping, which is really nice, as it'll run through your house and map the house quickly without having to run along the perimeter. Doing my main floor, it took about 3 minutes, which is pretty quick when it maps out. When it was done mapping it, it was pretty good at separating the rooms. I was pretty impressed with that. Now, as far as how does this robot vacuum do when it's cleaning my house? Well, yes, it did a pretty good job. I'd say even with the 3,000 pascal suction power, it did a pretty good job cleaning up the crumbs left behind by my kids. If you have kids, you know keeping the house clean is a full-time job in itself. I do find sometimes with the spinning brush that it can spin a little bit too fast, and it goes ahead and just kind of flings the debris around a little bit. And sometimes it does fling the debris where the vacuum is already vacuumed, and then it misses out. The nice thing is you can have this or set this vacuum up to vacuum twice, which that means it'll vacuum one way, and then once done, it'll vacuum the other way. So that's kind of cool. Its obstacle avoidance did a pretty good job. As you can see here, it detected an object, and it went ahead and went around it. It didn't go bumping into it or pushing it around. It just saw it and moved around it and did a pretty good job. Now, any cords laying around, you want to make sure you pick those up. It's going to get tangled up on those. It's just going to happen because that's what it does. And that's what all robot vacuums do. It's not just this one. The stick vacuum works great. The suction of this is 20,000 pascal and it ensures that you get, or at least never leave any dust behind. I really like the added stick vacuum to this combo, as I don't have to go looking for my other vacuum that's in the closet and hoping it's charged and ready to go. That's the worst, when you get to the vacuum that you need and it's not charged. This one stays charged as long as it's on the cradle. Different accessories make it great to be able to switch it up when you're cleaning. Let's take a quick look at the smartphone app. So in the app, I went ahead and selected it in the Switchbot app, and right now I can go ahead and clean, make it finish, or recharge, and then click more and go into the app a little bit further. So here's the map of my main floor, and as you can see, it's got a little bit different color on each different little area. So you can see like the gray area, or the big one part right here, is my kitchen, and then I got the larger area here where it looks like it already cleaned. I kind of tested this out, spot will clean. That's my living room, and then I have a hallway in the purple, and then the small blue is an office, and then the E, where the small light blue, is an entryway. So you can go ahead, I can select rooms to clean, I can clean the full house, and then, or also I can just select an area I want to clean. Right now, well, it says recharge because the vacuum's right here, but because it knows it's off the base, if I hit recharge, it's going to go try to find the base, which I don't want to do. I can also hit play. That'll automatically go ahead and clean the full house. And then vacuum takes me into the vacuum. So cleaning times, how many times you want to clean that area, 1 or 2. Suction power, and it's got 4 different suction powers, which is kind of nice. It just depends on how dirty it is. Also, I noticed on the top right here, it has percentage of battery life left, which is 99 right now, and then also where it's in hibernation. One thing I forgot to mention here is the mopping area, and this allows you to say that it's mopping, and then it'll know when it's installed on the device, and then also how many times you're going to mop. Now, you can have up to 4 different maps, and I'm pretty sure this will allow you to take it up to like your second floor or your basement and all that. You just can't, your base won't have to move with it, but you can have up to 4 different maps if you want, which is kind of cool. Settings mode, you can schedule cleanings, you can do not disturb. There's your maps. Carpet cleaning, this allows you to make it automatically ramp up its suction power when it gets to carpet. Audio settings, maintenance, this allows you to go through all the maintenance of it. The dustbin says replace every 2 to 3 months. Dustbin filter by hours, roller, all that type of stuff. It's got a HEPA filter in the stand, and a rear filter HEPA filter and a rear filter on the stick vacuum. They're hourly rated. We got logs, Wi-Fi settings, third-party services, NFC, so you can start the vacuuming by an NFC. So if I put an NFC chip by my bed and I just click it, it'll clean the floor or all the rooms if I wanted it to. You can make it do it that easy. And then you got firmware and battery, find robot, and then delete the device. Here are my final thoughts. I found this robot vacuum combo to be a great addition to my home. I wasn't really sure what I thought about the smart form factor of this, or the small form factor of this, but when I started using it, I noticed that when it went around my kitchen table and my chairs, I have 6 chairs, and each of them have 4 legs. So 6 times 4, was that 24? I think it's 24. That was pretty quick, actually. But I noticed when I went around those, it was able to get into areas that my other robot vacuum was not able to, based on its size. So here, smaller is better, sometimes. The smartphone app is easy to use, and I like how it can take spot cleaning. So you just draw a box where you want it to clean, and it will go out there, find that box, and it'll clean right inside that box only, and come right back. So that way you don't have to clean a full room if there's just a little spot. So if my son spills crackers or whatever it is, or my daughter spills chips, I can just say, go to this little area, clean it up, and the robot vacuum goes back. Or I can get the stick vacuum and clean it up myself. Like I said, also, the stick vacuum is a must in any household. It makes sense to have the combo, the robot vacuum and the stick vacuum. It's a lightweight and easy to maneuver. Having kids around the house, like I said, the stick vacuum you need to have because my daughter likes to eat chips in the chair in the recliner. The robot vacuum can't get there. Also, if my son makes a mess while we're eating food for a dinner or whatever it is, it can quickly go and clean out his high chair or whatever it is. Or if it's just something really quick I want to clean up, or something on a different floor, I can go ahead and take that stick vacuum and go up there and clean it, or I can go somewhere else. I can even take it out to my vehicle, which the robot vacuum probably won't do a very good job of, most likely, but I can at least do that. Now, the fact that this thing can integrate with pretty much any smart home device, Alexa, Google, Siri shortcuts, smart things, Homey, if this, then that, and Matter. This makes it even more appealing. It's going to go ahead and be on Matter Wi-Fi pretty soon here, if not already by this video. If you found this video helpful, please leave me a like and feel free to ask any questions in the comment section down below. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more tech reviews, home automation, home and automotive how-to videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.